Hello and welcome to GameRomp Easy Mode. This is an easygoing podcast where my wife and I talk about video games and we try to stay chill and relaxed so that you can sleep or just
enjoy yourself.
Yeah. So.
I'm one of your hosts, Deanna.
Oh yeah, and I'm David.
One quick thing that I want to get out before we get into the meat of the podcast, I'd just like to do a quick shout out to our one current member on Patreon, AirRiders. So thank you for following us on Patreon. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to having hopefully more members in the future. And one day, we will make a $5 Patreon tier. And if you have any ideas for what you would like in that tier, please let us know and help us maybe boost this at some point.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was a thing. To be totally honest, there's really nothing on there right now. It's kind of like a placeholder. So I think this is just a free follow, right?
Yeah, these are all we only have free right now.
Okay.
There are no tiers.
And you're just like posting the Patreon or the episodes on there or something? Like
Yep.
Another place just to follow.
Yep.
So if you have a
much.
Patreon, you can just follow for updates there. But don't think that it's like anything special just yet. Maybe one day, but...
we would like to make it special, but yeah.
Right now, it's just like another place. Basically like another Blue Sky or whatever. Anyway, so last week, we talked a lot about Suikoden and Persona, but this week...
Well, this week was the first day of GamesCon. Or today's the first day that we're recording this, but yesterday was also a day. So do you know the difference?
I think last night there was a show, and Jeff Keighley did a show there.
Okay.
I only kind of looked at the stuff after... Because we were out yesterday. I don't know what time all this happened, but because it's in Europe, it was probably like really early for us.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, we were out hiking. We're not gonna talk about all the games.
No, we went through basically the list, or at least with me, we went through the list.
There's a few games that might be interesting to just briefly mention. You looked up. Apparently, Double Fine showed a little bit of...
Oh, yeah, because I follow Double Fine on my personal account. And I noticed that they had posted a picture of their new game, which is like you play as the lighthouse.
Is that what it's called? Lighthouse?
No, it's called Keeper, I believe.
Okay.
But you're playing as the lighthouse, and you have a little bird that is like, I guess, your helper. And they had posted a picture of the bird and said... The name of the bird is Twig. So I was like, oh yeah, I forgot for a second that like they were making a new game and we get to play as a building, and I'm kind of curious how that is.
Well, as a lighthouse with legs.
Well, yeah, but it's still a building. And it is kind of... We tried to look up a trailer because I know they mentioned something about GamesCon.
Maybe like a gameplay trailer or something.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't yesterday. Maybe it's coming up. I have no idea.
I think it was during the Jeff Keighley show, so maybe we just missed it. And they didn't post it on their own YouTube, so...
Okay. Well, anyways, we did watch like a very short interview between the game art director, I believe, and I don't know who the other person was. Maybe just a regular YouTuber or someone for one of those like game websites or something. And the art direction does look absolutely lovely. Like, yeah. It has a very interesting take on the environment. It's not like super generic or anything. And I do like Twig in the sense that the character kind of reminds me a little bit about like how Banjo-Kazooie kind of works, where you have like your main character and you have like the extra helper. Mm-hmm. But it also reminded me a little bit of, was it the Legend of Zelda Mishi Cap or...
Minish Cap?
Minish Cap, Jesus. And like how that's a green bird and it's like sitting on top of your head, and it kind of reminded me of that. Oh. Now, granted, I don't know if Twig is going to talk at all.
Didn't
they
seem
might
like
be
it,
silent, but...
Hopefully it doesn't.
Or at least not too much. I'm okay with a little bit, but whatever.
I think it'd be cuter if it was just like an animal, bird. Yeah, and you kind of see its emotions and what it's trying to do by its actions rather than just like lengthy cutscenes of it talking at you.
Well, I'm not saying they have to make cutscenes of it talking, just like, I don't know, it's fine, whatever. I guess it also depends, like, how much you think Twig is a regular animal. Like, okay, this world is just completely different. There's a fucking walking lighthouse, of course. But apparently they named the bird Twig because it's its beak is made out of like driftwood. So it's not like completely bird in the sense of like a completely organic living material. There's something, well, that wouldn't count as inorganic, would it? But anyways, it's like part plant, so whatever.
Or a prosthetic.
Maybe. That would be an interesting take too. But then if it is a prosthetic, then like who put on the prosthetic? But that's fine. I'm curious about it. I think it'll be good. Double Fine is always well, the games that I've played is always like really good work. And we have more games that I should obviously play of theirs. Any thoughts for you, or should we move on? Okay.
Not my kind of game, but it looks cute, I guess.
Okay, what is your kind of game then?
Oh, okay, sure. Let's say...
We'll go back and forth.
What was I most excited about? I don't know if I'm most excited about anything, but...
Not even Onimusha?
Well, since you brought that up, we'll talk about Onimusha. I mean, I want to play it. I don't know if I say I'm like excited because it's just, glimpses here and there, but the trailer did show some cool monsters. Like this one lady thing with a mask, and she's all like bendy and her neck's all weird.
Yeah, I do like the mask. I like masks.
So the monster design's really cool. Then there's like, he was at some point fighting this like monster made of like heads, like a baby head, and it got like cut in half and turned into more baby heads, and I don't know, it's just really cool looking.
Yeah, it was weird. Okay, so it's definitely a blob of faces. I don't know if they were exactly babies, or it's just because it's one big mush and they kind of get like the baby look to them, like big old cheeks or, bald head or something like that. So maybe they're babies, maybe they're not. I'm not entirely sure.
But yeah, I like Onimusha. I mean, I like the first 3 Onimushas. I don't remember the 4th at all, really, even though I know it exists. So, I mean, I'd play it. I just don't know when I would play it. Even if it like came out, like I'm probably not going to play it day one because it's probably something my computer's not going to be able to handle anyways. So
I guess.
But yeah, I think it looks cool, and one day I will play it. It's just, an action adventure game. I don't know how many RPG elements they're going to have in it. In the previous games, you would basically like level up your weapons, and you would find armor, and that would be like the RPG elements. There wasn't like no XP. Well,
no
except
skill
for your
tree.
No, not really.
Probably for the best.
Except for the XP that you're putting into the weapon.
Right.
Okay, so you wanted to go back and forth. What was another thing that popped up to you? Or that you'd think would be fun to talk about?
When I went through the list, one of them that got to me was, and I'm going to be a weeb about this, Densha Taku. So this, I forgot what they said in the description, that something like Katamari-like, but I don't really see the connection with Katamari. No. Unless it goes a little bit further when you're
just
on the...
kind of like the art style, and it's Japan and the fun music.
Yeah. I will say, though, at least for the trailer, and hopefully it's just trailer aesthetics that they added to it, I was getting a little bit, if you will, overstimulated, where it was just so much going on. But we'll have to see if the game is actually like that. But
that's weird.
It's just like there was a lot of stuff going on, and maybe it's because I'm getting older or because I have glasses, I don't know which one, that like all the movement on screen was like, holy shit, it's doing this, then it's doing this, and then it's doing this, and I'm like,
is it just too fast paced?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up, and I'm like, whoa, hold up, slow the fuck down.
Well, this might not be for you then if it's too fast paced.
But again, I don't know if it's just trailer aesthetics they added to it. Maybe the screen is not that cluttered with stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe you should try the Jet Set Radio games. It's kind of like that, but a little slower paced, and in like, Shibuya and Japanese cities and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
But this looked too... Well, you know what? I don't want to be negative. It's just not for me.
Of course. But also another tiny little thing. I wonder how many people will actually get the, like, quote-unquote joke of the title. Densha Taku.
What's the joke besides Densha meaning train?
Well, okay, I guess it's not like a joke, but it's just like, yeah, Densha is train and then attack, and it just slides into one word. Oh, I don't know, okay. Whatever. Like I said, I'm a weeb about the language. I just really like it. So
yeah, I saw this thing mentioned and like, oh, that sounds interesting. But then I watched the trailer and I'm like, well, maybe not.
Also, I hope at some point in the game there's what's the meme or joke of like 2 rail drifting or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically like, it seems like you're taking your, I don't know if you're controlling the train or it's a sentient train or something. It's like you're skateboarding a train.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the 3D Sonic games.
On the those rails.
Yeah, the rail sections. And that's it. Like, if you really love those rail sections of Sonic adventure games, maybe you'll like this game. But that's basically all it seems, and like with some set pieces.
Were there some points, maybe I'm misremembering, but like if they added like half pipes or something, then it would almost be like skating.
There were some sections where the train would jump off the rails and like be on the side of the walls, or like on this half pipe thing, or the one time where it was on top of this Ferris wheel.
So maybe it's like almost a mix between.
And then there's like boss fights too.
Sonic and, I don't know, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, vaguely, in the sense of like, oh, sometimes you're riding the wall.
Yeah, but you're always going forward. It's kind of like a corridor skater.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I don't know. Anyway, unless you got more to say with it,
no, I'm good.
It looks good, but visually it's nice, but I don't know. Probably not for me. I guess another one that popped up that was a nice surprise was Enshrouded. They're making more updates. Now, I think I've talked about Enshrouded before. It's basically like this big open world kind of survival game. Think like Breath of the Wild, except
sometimes there's sections of purple gas that you suffocate in.
The thing about the Enshrouded world, yeah, you start in this big open world, kind of naked like any survival game, and you can craft armor or find armor. So it's kind of like an RPG where you're finding stuff or building stuff, and you can build your house, and you can build a village, and you got villagers that come in and they do quests for you, or they have quests for you. I haven't played it since like very early, and they've updated so much. Like,
yeah, I know the graphics were updated too, were they?
I don't know.
Or am I?
The game has always looked beautiful in my eyes. But yeah, you make your own character. You can be a guy or a girl, and you can name your character, whatever. There's a story, but like it's not like it's an indie game, so it's not like
it's
cutscene heavy. It's more like sometimes you'll run into NPCs and they'll have quests for you, and you find out what happens in the world by reading like journals and stuff you find along the way. But they added like a new area of like snow and a mountain, and like there's like the long dark kind of elements where you have to worry about the cold and you have to worry about your food. Actually, the thing about the survival mechanics in this is you kind of don't have to bother with them if you don't want to, but if you eat, whenever you eat or drink, I think there's like 3 or 4 slots, and whatever you eat gives you a buff for like 10, 15 minutes or whatever. So it's like good to eat, but you don't have to if you don't like that kind of stuff. I don't know why people get upset about that kind of thing, but some people really just don't like to worry about eating and drinking. I find it fun. You can like make better foods, and that has better buffs, and like I've talked about this, I know for sure, but like you can, as you build your house, it's more comfortable, that gives you a big buff. Anyway, I haven't even played the snow area they added. Now they're adding this new like tropical area with water and introducing swimming finally.
Yeah,
I know I've seen that a lot in the community. It's like, oh, we want water and swimming, and like the neat thing about this too, because everything's kind of voxel based, the water has physics. So if you break a dam, the water's going to flow.
Yeah, so you can control how the water to some extent works.
Yeah, and I bet you can like finally add water to your villages, like if you want to have like a little river or a pond or whatever. People are probably going to be really excited about that.
I wonder if they're going to add like water power. Is there any sort of power in this game?
I don't know. Like water wheels?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like creating energy from water, yeah.
And then like how is there going to be underwater combat? They didn't really show that in the trailer. There was like some fishmen, like mermen, but I think the combat, they were just like on land. But they also saw the mermen like swimming after you, so I'm assuming there is. I don't know how that'll work.
That can be tricky because water is notoriously hard to make combat for, or at least what I've seen.
It's tough because you're like in a fully 3D environment, and now it's hard to judge distance when you're not walking on the ground. So it's like, how do you dodge things? I don't know.
You kind of have like the concept of vaguely air, like if you're fighting in the air, but like you don't have to fall, you're just moving in all directions. And then on top of that, depending on if they add a water filter or not, then there's like the color change or...
Well, we saw them swimming through the water, but they did not show any water combat, so I'm not going to think about it too hard if we have nothing to go on yet.
Yeah.
But I just want to say Enshrouded is amazing, and the fact that they keep updating. I paid like $30 for that game.
Years ago.
I could go back to play, and like there's just so much new stuff. That's amazing. Like these devs are just incredible. Enshrouded is great. It really gave me like feelings of Breath of the Wild, so... If you want like a indie Breath of the Wild kind of game,
give Enshrouded a chance.
Yeah, Enshrouded is amazing, and they just keep updating it for free. It's crazy. I really have to go back and play all that stuff. I kind of wanted to go back and play with you.
Yeah.
But
do you think we could afford another?
It's just $30.
Yeah, I guess fine.
It's just a matter of like, am I going to be able to convince you to play and like play?
I know. I'm
so
sorry.
Anyway, Enshrouded, it's great. How about you? What's next?
What else was there? I guess we could go into the truck game because you seemed intrigued enough by that to show me.
So the people that make SnowRunners, which I've put so many hours into. I love SnowRunners. They're making 2 new games. I did not show you the trailer for the other one because I forgot, but I'll just briefly mention it. It's the other game I think is called Docked, and it's about ships and the docks. So imagine the big cargo ships.
Oh, okay.
Should I just show you the trailer and we can talk about it later? It's not that interesting. I think this other game's more interesting.
We can just stick with the more interesting one. That's fine.
Okay, so if you're really curious, you can look up Docked. I'll show you later. But anyways, the game that they showed at GamesCon was called... What was it called? Road Kings?
I think Road Kings, yeah.
It's basically... It's weird. Okay, so SnowRunners, you're driving trucks around. There are some points where there's road and there's a lot of off-road stuff. The funny thing is, there's a few highway trucks in the game, but like because you're not usually driving just on highways, they're not super great.
Yeah, you're usually off-road, right?
Yeah, so it's like most of the time you don't use those. This time, this game seems to be taking place in
You said Florida and Georgia, right?
Yeah, it's like a border region of
Southeast.
Florida and Georgia, so you're going between the 2 states, and it's highway stuff. So you're not out in the middle of nowhere anymore. You're like in civilization. There's roads, and this time it's just highway trucks. So it feels like it would be kind of like American Truck Simulator, but I don't know how much this is just trailer shenanigans.
Yeah, this was kind of silly to me, but
it seems like there might be like story stuff.
Between story and in the trailer, it was showing that the trucker guy you play as, I guess, went through a road barricade, like with permission from the police, and is going into this town that is currently under a tornado. Like there's literally a tornado storm happening in the background. And it's so ridiculous because like, okay, fine, it's game and it's not going to be super serious. Like I'm hoping it's partial simulator like American Truck Simulator.
Yeah, there was like a little part of it where it showed gameplay that just like, oh, that just looks like SnowRunners, but in a city.
Yeah. But on the other hand, no police officer is going to let a fucking truck go into a town while it's under a legitimate tornado.
Well, I mean...
That's just going to cause so much damage. I know, I'm talking too much about realistic.
Anyway, the thing about that, though, the thing about this series of games that they do is, like, a lot of their stories, if you do read the quests, like in SnowRunners or in that Road Builder game, a lot of it is, like, disaster recovery and, like, providing support. Like, oh, this bridge was out. Can you help deliver the stuff to build it? Or deliver supplies that we don't have, etc.
Yeah, that's fine, but are you delivering while the actual weather emergency is happening?
I guess maybe they want to explore that a little bit, and we don't even know if they're driving into the tornado. Like he could be going down the road and then like off some other way. Part of the game might be like trying to get there while avoiding bad stuff. So
I mean, I guess we'll see, but
and
it's just
it's
like
so cutscene
they're not
heavy.
going to let you do that.
It's so cutscene heavy that it doesn't even feel like real gameplay, but it's just the idea of it. And there's also just a bunch of other stuff where you're just driving around like Florida and in normal weather or whatever. So I don't think it's a good trailer. It's really distracting with that last bit because like that's not even what I wanted to talk about. But like it just seems like it's going to be a kind of like American Truck Simulator in North Florida, South Georgia. And that seems fun, but I don't know how much story stuff they're adding to it because like the other games do have like a little bit of...
They do have the operator, right? Or the dispatcher?
In the last game, Roadcraft, they did have a a dispatcher. In the other ones that I've played, which were snow runners, mud runners, and I forget the other one is called expeditions, there was no like talking at all. It's mostly just text like, oh, this is where we are, this is what we need, this is what's happening. So like you're helping people out in that way. So they're taking this helping people out by being a trucker to the next level with this, I guess. And maybe there's going to be story stuff, which I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. It could be good, it could be interesting, and it could also just end up being annoying. We'll see.
I will say, though, that if this kind of goes into more of a simulation aspect, even if it's not the whole game, just parts of it, I am kind of happy to see that there is at least one simulation genre that is actually getting pushed to its limits. Because don't get me wrong, I love SCS, who makes Euro and American Truck Simulator. But there's always like the good thing about having competition will hopefully keep them more on their toes. Yeah. And that'll just hopefully mean that they'll continue to do the great job that they've been doing for over a decade at this point. But it's always good to have a little extra boost in that. Whereas, like, you look at any other simulation game, and it's usually just fucking trash. Like, people will enjoy the games, but they just feel like really rushed asset flips. Even if maybe the trading card one has a little bit more depth in it for trading the cards, I guess.
You mean like they're low budget looking?
Some are low budget, sure. And others are definitely just fucking asset flips.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the simulation market.
But it's just simulation games, stuff. Regardless of the genre, are very low-tier games.
I don't know. There's a lot of them that are actually pretty good. I don't think that's fair to say.
Okay, which ones are you thinking of?
Like, when I think simulation games that are good, there's obviously, like, the truck simulator ones, right?
Well, yes, that's the one category. But are you thinking, like, city builders?
No, I'm also thinking like, okay, this is sci-fi, but Elite Dangerous is basically that.
Okay, I've never played that, admittedly.
Then
is
there's
it the space trucking?
Yeah, and then there's am I drawing a blank? There's the railroad ones that I don't remember the names of, but like those get super in depth too.
I guess I'm just thinking like things like the trading card store selling simulator.
I can't say for sure.
The supermarket simulators, the drug simulators, and
farming simulator's another one that's pretty good.
Yeah, those can be.
So I just don't want to paint things with a blanket brush like
fine.
This.
I just know the last time that they had like the Steam Demo Fest or whatever, and I was seeing all the demos for the simulation games, and I'm like, oh my god.
Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Fine.
Let's not paint with these broad strokes like that.
Fine.
That's a pet peeve of mine. Anyway, moving on. There was that one game from like the Disco Elysium creators.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. They definitely have their distinct design going for them.
Yeah.
But we should probably play Disco Elysium first.
Yeah, you played a little bit of that, didn't you?
Yeah, and it's an intriguing story. I forgot why I stopped playing, but
that's why I showed you. It's like, oh, you played this series, and I hear it's pretty good. So I don't know. I guess the last thing from GamesCon we could talk about is the Fallout trailer.
We could do like one tiny tidbit of the Silk Song thing. Like it was.
Oh, I forgot about that. It was barely anything to that.
Yeah,
it's like it exists. It's coming out.
It's just funny because of the whole meme aspect. So I know people have gone fucking bonkers over that. Did you enjoy Hollow Knight?
I love Hollow Knight. I never beat it, but I loved it.
You don't play into the hype of the meme
and
anything.
Not at all. Are
you curious about like her story though?
I want to play Silk Song. I'll play it. I mean, I kind of feel guilty that I never beat Hollow Knight because when I realized there was a real ending, it's like, oh, I got to do all this stuff for the real ending, and then I just kind of like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's weird how that kind of killed the game for me, even though I do really like it.
I did enjoy what I did play, but yeah,
you didn't even get too far. You got to like the city, and that's it.
Probably.
Did you beat Hornet in the fight?
Yeah,
you must have, because you have. Yeah, never mind, you did.
But it's weird. It's like I enjoyed what I did play, but like you said, even putting in 40 hours to get to a bad ending, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, never mind then.
Well, it's not like 40 hours. It's probably like 10, 12, 15.
Assuming you're good, so double that time for me.
Anyway, yeah, what is there to say? Those guys make good games. That's beautiful, and I will play it. I'm not the type that gets so hyped about, like, oh no, when is it coming out? It's like, well, look at the game. It's going to take time. Even just like the animations in the brief little gameplay we saw, like, it's so well animated for a 2D game.
Animated, and then like getting the timing right in the programming and stuff. That shit takes forever.
Yeah, it's an indie team making a beautiful 2D game. They deserve all the time they need. It's not like you've paid them for unless you did. I don't know if you can pre-order it or whatever, but like just let them cook, as the kids say. Okay, so the last thing for GamesCon that we're going to talk about is the Fallout Season 2 trailer. And like I wasn't even sure I was going to watch it because like and by that I mean I wasn't sure I was going to watch the trailer because I know I'm going to watch the show when it comes out.
Yeah, but it's always nice to get like, I don't know, a little bit of a preview.
Yeah, I guess. It was nice seeing all this New Vegas stuff because it is very New Vegas this time.
Yeah. Like,
holy cow. So you see the big dinosaur from Novak. Do you remember that with Boone?
In the game I remember, in the trailer I already forgot.
Wow, okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, if you love Fallout New Vegas,
you're probably going to love this. It looks like they put a lot of work into it.
Well, I don't know if you're going to love this. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it because you're going to be like, wait a minute, they changed this, or what did they do to New Vegas?
I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of person you are.
Seeing all the stuff for New Vegas is like, oh, it's that thing. Oh, it's that thing. Oh, there's this. And it's like, it's kind of fun. It's just like, some people are going to be upset, like, oh, what did they do? And other people are going to be like, yeah, this is fun. It just depends. I'm more of the person like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. One, I can't wait to see this. Two, my other thought, and I know this is going to be silly, because I'm just kind of sad that we're not going to get Mr. House's original voice, because obviously the voice actor is dead, and that sucks.
That would have been so...
But he's also, like, a younger version.
Yeah, like, House is... I don't know how old he was when everything went down, but what's Oda's actor called? Renee
something.
I don't remember his full name. He would have been too old to do this.
No, I know, and it sucks. He just had a really good voice, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's gonna suck not having his voice, but
this is also a voice before Mr. House goes through his transformation, so you could maybe argue that like the voice that he has after, when he's in the machine or whatever happens, like this is when he's still a normal human being, so
yeah.
I don't know. And he's a good looking dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, House, I mean, that's his kind of thing.
He's a very charismatic, attractive man. I'm assuming he's charismatic.
He's charismatic in the game too. And that's like the fun of it. Like, what do you do when you're working with House and like the decisions you make? New Vegas is so freaking good. Everyone should play Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, if there's like only one Fallout game you play, you should probably play New Vegas.
Yeah, and like there's so many. Well, maybe not so many, but there's a few different factions in New Vegas, and aside from like Caesar's
Legion was in the trailer, which was kind of surprising.
But I just wanted to say, like, other than Caesar's Legion being almost completely evil, I'm assuming, most of them are not, even the NCR is not, like, super good guys. Like, everyone has nuances between them.
And even Caesar's Legion, for some people, I mean, had some things, like, they're super authoritarian.
Authoritarian?
I mean, yeah. And, I mean, obviously, fascism, whatever, but, like, for people in the wasteland, for the people that
they didn't enslave
they did keep things safe, but like at what cost?
Yeah, because their biggest thing is slavery, and
they're not good people. No, yeah. It's hard to even pretend that they're good, but like I guess if you want security above all else, like some of the traders are like, well, when I'm trading in Caesar's lands, it's just safe. I don't worry about it. But when I'm trading in NCR territory, you got to be careful. But like, yeah, I mean, there's no excusing what Caesar does. Anyway, it looks good. It's interesting that Caesar's Legion is in the show, so we'll see what that means for things. Cause, I
don't know when Caesar's Legion was formed or whatever, but I know this obviously in a earlier time because again, House is not in his machine body at this point.
No, that's a flashback. The thing about the TV show, they have flashbacks of pre-war, but then like current.
Oh, okay.
House does, yeah. That Shit. Every time we saw House, that's pre-war.
Okay.
We don't know what House is in the show. Is he even alive? Because that has implications about what
happens in New Vegas.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make a canonical end for New Vegas, so that's gonna be half the fun to see. Like, is House alive? Because you can technically kill House in New Vegas. You can pretty much kill anybody in New Vegas, even Caesar. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they're going with that and the story implications, basically, of the Fallout universe.
Well, and then another thing is, like, they can make their canonical version for the TV show, and, like, when you play the game, whatever you choose is also your canonical version. So, like, they don't...
It's tough with these games.
They don't necessarily have to clash. It's two different universes.
It's really tough with these games because, like, especially New Vegas and even Fallout 4, I guess, to a lesser extent, like, you can choose what happens. But then, like, when they're trying to build a story, it's like, well, what happened in New Vegas? What happened in the Commonwealth? Like if they're going to build a story, they kind of have to choose, this is what happened. You can't just be like, okay, we're going back to New Vegas and we're not going to tell you what happened to House or the Caesar's Legion. Like, you kind of have to if you're building a story. So
I'm just saying, like, those two universes can be separate. It's not a big deal.
In your own mind, sure, but Bethesda is basically saying what happens in the show is canonical.
Fine, whatever.
Which is kind of a mess to do, but whatever. It's fine. Anyway, that was Gamescom, I guess.
Shall we go over the other one that wasn't part of Gamescom, but was apparently 45 minutes long?
Oh, God, that was long, yeah. You wanted to see this. I was surprised. It's probably not a game I would...
It's funny because, okay, so we watched the Nintendo Direct for Kirby's... Was it Skyriders?
Yes.
And it's like, on one hand, okay, probably not going to play it. I didn't play the original, so I have no attachment to that. I do have some attachment to Kirby in general because I played that as a kid, but I didn't go past, like, I didn't even play the N64 games, so my stuff with Kirby is all on, like, the Game Boy. So I have some connection, but not super fanboyish or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's very nostalgic to watch all that stuff with, like, the music playing. That's how they get you. It's like, oh, I know this song.
Basically. I mean, I was humming along, obviously. But I kind of do enjoy just watching Sakurai himself as the presenter and how he talks. Like, okay, I know I have to have it translated and stuff, but even, like, with the translation and then just seeing how he's talking in his native Japanese, like, you can see he's like, oh, people are going to be like, why isn't this in Mario Kart? Which is obviously... That is literally what I thought myself. I'm like, well, why don't you just add Kirby to Mario Kart? Well, he didn't say that.
He said, isn't this just like Mario Kart?
Well, he was, like, saying it in the sense of, like, we were saying it. Like, why isn't this in Mario Kart or whatever? Why this so... And he's just, like... I don't know, his emotion, I just really like his vibes, I guess, whatever.
Okay, sure, but, like, let's not put words into his mouth. He did not say, why is this not in Mario Kart? He said, isn't this like Mario Kart?
Okay, something like that, whatever.
Sorry, people are going to get pedantic about that. I want to cut that off right now.
Fine, whatever. And it's just like, I don't know, he's so chill about it, and I just enjoy listening to him.
That's fair.
And reading it. And it is interesting to see that, like, this is... You could say this is simpler for maybe younger children because Kirby has such a innocent look to it. But after all the, like, 40 minutes that we watched, all the extras and the more characters and the machines, as they call them, and all this stuff, it feels like it could probably be one of those games where it's like, oh, it's simple to start but hard to master type of thing.
Maybe. I've never played Kirby AirRiders, so I don't know. I mean, it's just different. People are going to compare it to Mario Kart, and even he did, but it feels different.
Yeah, now that he explained more of it, I can definitely see the differences between what they're trying to go for and what Mario goes for.
I wonder, though, is that going to be enough to sell?
I don't know.
Because, like, if we had a Switch 2, which we don't, and we were going to get one racing game, which one would we get?
Honestly, at this point, maybe I would go for Kirby. Because I haven't played a Kirby's Air Ride. And as of right now, Mario Kart isn't adding, like, a roster more akin to Super Smash Brothers, like they did in the last Mario Kart game, where they did start adding like different characters outside of the Mario universe.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to pick one, I would just pick the Switch 1 version of Mario Kart, which I think is Mario Kart 8 or something. Because that just has, like, you know, Link and the Animal Crossing and the Splatoon characters, and, like, I wish they had more. Like, you know, Samus or other, like, Mega Man and stuff. Like, maybe I would just play the Sega game that has, like, Joker and...
Well, yeah, I mean, at that point, if you want a crazier roster, then the Sonics. I think they had a trailer. Maybe we could watch that.
I don't know. It's tough. I don't know which one I would choose out of all those games. Maybe I'm just not a kart racing person anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Kirby Air Ride almost looks more like a party racer in the sense that, like, not only is there some racing stuff, but then there's, like...
The stadium stuff.
Yeah, there's, like, this little mini open world section where you collect power-ups, and then you do, like, mini-games, or, like, you're a flying mini-game, or, like, a target mini-game, or, like, kill the enemies mini-game, or collect the food mini-games.
Honestly, the flying mini-game looked pretty cool. I know it's super simple, or also, like, the target one looked interesting. I don't know. I guess there's the three different kart racing games, depending on what you like or the style or something.
They're just so different. So
it was good to see why the Kirby game is so different from regular Mario Kart games.
Yeah, because it's more about, like, it seems more about how you brake and boost your turns, and then, like, which machines are good at flying, or if you're more like a ground-based machine. And then
they had some crazy-ass machines, too.
And then, like, the different characters have their own abilities, and everyone can use the copy ability now, which is okay.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
I don't know. It's crazy.
What's his name?
Kawasaki.
Kawasaki. He's cute.
Yeah, he's from Superstars. So is Wheelie. So that's, like, the fun thing. Like, oh, look at all this nostalgic stuff and the music, but, yeah, I don't know.
So anything else? I forget if that was basically it.
As far as, like, the game show stuff, that's it. I did play a demo that I was going to talk about.
Okay, go ahead. We got time. Did you forget the name again?
Yeah, I did. Alright, this will be brief, because I'd rather talk about Suikoden too, but I played a demo called Fumes, and it's kind of like Mad Max, except, well, an indie Mad Max game, I guess, really. You're driving cars, you can attach, like, a couple of guns to them. You can customize the cars as, like, oh, this slot, you can put a gun in it, what kind of gun? Or this slot, you can put a gun or cargo space. It was kind of fun, but also kind of awkward to play, like, driving around and, like, shooting things. It's just kind of tricky.
Now, is this 3D or...
3D, yeah. So you're bouncing around this, like, open world, and there's not really much out there. There's these weird anomalies that you can, like, deliver stuff to, which is kind of weird.
Is there something in the anomaly?
There's, like, structures. I guess it says, like, oh, deliver stuff to research these anomalies so that they only hurt the enemies. So, like, sometimes you'll find, like, packages and stuff out there, and, like, if you have, like, slots to put cargo, you can carry, like, 2 or 3 of them. It depends. And then you deliver to these things. It feels kind of like... I don't want to be mean, but kind of half-baked. Like, I wish there was more cargo stuff in this game. There isn't really. Sometimes when you're carrying cargo, like, you'll get attacked by, like, cargo pirates, and they're like, oh, give us their stuff, or they attack you.
Is it going to be mean if I say what this sounds like to me?
I don't know, go ahead.
It sounds like a indie version of, like, a Death Stranding. Because you're, like, delivering things, there's anomalies, and there's
I wish it was more like Death Stranding. It's very combat-focused. I kind of wish there was more to do with the cargo stuff, but, like, I don't know if it's early access or if they're just still working on it, so I don't know. They just need more time, but it was kind of fun. I don't know. I'm kind of split on it, honestly.
Well, it's just a demo, so if you want to do something vaguely like Mad Max meets Death Stranding, I guess. Yeah,
try the demo if you want to play a Mad Max game. It's called Fumes. I kind of wish it was... I guess in my mind I was hoping it was something else. It's not what I was hoping for. But it was still kind of fun to play. I like the aesthetic a lot, but I almost feel bad talking about it if I'm just going to be like, eh. But you know what I do want to talk about? And last thing, probably, unless you think of something else.
What do you want to talk about?
So we've been streaming Suikoden and Persona... Or, we've been streaming Suikoden 2 and Persona 3.
Reload.
And they're both great. But this isn't really that much of a spoiler because it's a non-canonical ending. But I'm going to talk about one of the non-canonical endings for Suikoden 2 that happens around the Tinto area. So if you really don't want to know, you can stop listening. But this is non-canonical, and you really have to go out of your way to get it. So I think you're safe to listen to it. So in Suikoden 2, a little bit after, I don't know, mid-game, I guess, there's this point where you have to go to Tinto because it's getting attacked by zombies. And...
Damn Necklord.
Yeah, it has one of the... It's a cool section of the game because, like, it's one of the few bosses that has, like, his own unique theme. But at this point, Nanami is, like, she's...
Getting really nervous, right?
Yeah, it's kind of sad because Nanami's been looking out for you this whole time. She's, like, your big sister. And at this point, she's like, you know what? Why are we doing this? Why can't somebody else take care of this? Like, there's so many other better suited people for this than you. Why don't we just run away so we can stop fighting and, like, putting our lives in danger? Like, we don't have Pulika anymore. We don't have Jowie. All I have left is you, my little bro. So please, let's just run away. And if you give in to her and say, okay, let's go. Because I love you, Nanami, and you're right. I'm sorry for putting you through so much stress. Let's run away. So you run off. And you leave behind, like, a key item. So, like, okay, this is for the people that are going to fight the war. And so, like, this is, like, serious. Because this is, like, one of the most useful key items that lets you, like, teleport around, right?
Yeah, I think also Nanami mentioned to leave a note behind to make sure that people didn't think you, like, were kidnapped or died or something.
Yeah. But as you leave, like, Tinto gets attacked. And the people that stay behind fight it off. And
not all of them make it out of it.
Yeah, you go to this other village, and, like, the people are like, oh, it's you, hey, you know, Tinto got attacked, it's good to see you're safe, and you're just like, oh, yeah, okay, but, like, at night, you still try to run away, and then as you're running away, like, you see the town getting attacked by the zombies, and I don't know if you can cancel out of the bad ending by helping, but I wanted to make sure I just went straight bad ending.
Yeah, because the game does give you, like, so many chances, seemingly, to just not do this.
Yeah. So, like, I basically let the zombies eat the villagers.
Oops.
And we just ran away. And then we get to, like, this other little town, and there's a border guard, and he's like, what are you doing running away? And, you know, there's so many people fighting this, and even Ryu and these neighboring people from the other places are here to help us. And he's telling you, not knowing that you're Ryu. Like, he's out there fighting, and you're gonna run away. And you're just like, and then, like, zombies attack, and the border guard runs to go help, and you're like, okay, another choice. You can keep running, or you can turn back and help. But, of course, we ran. But as you're running, you get surrounded by the zombies, and, like, the true rune, like, pops up, and it's, like, I guess it's really draining on him, because it happens either if you run away or not, but he collapses, so Nanami has to, like, carry him, and it's such a sweet moment where, like...
He's, like, piggyback riding on her, but he's passed out.
Yeah, and it's, like, this is what she wanted to prevent. She doesn't want to see her little bro suffer anymore. So she's, like, carrying him. She's like, I'm going to protect you no matter what. And she's, like, running away through the mountains. And at this point, you have, like, 2 of your party members with you. Because they're like, we don't know where you're going. And, you know, you should have told us. But we're gonna protect you, too. So they're with you. But, like, you have to fight a few more things. And you meet George from Suikoden 5. Spoilers from Suikoden 5. They put in George from Suikoden 2. And, like, 3 games later, they're like, hey, why don't we do something with one of these characters and show what his story was? I'm not going to spoil Suikoden 5, but George just plays an incredibly important role in Suikoden 5. He's like he's kind of like, he's not your Nanami, but he's basically like...
Your caretaker?
Yeah, he's like your bodyguard. So he's probably like the 3rd most important character in that story, as far as like your party members go. And Suikoden 5 is actually really good too. Suikoden 4 is not great, and I never played it, but Suikoden 5 I really loved. Anyways, we're not going to talk about Suikoden 5, but you meet George, he helps save you, and he's like, I know who you are, I thought you guys were fighting over here, and he's like, and you can tell him, well, I'm not really the leader anymore. He's like, oh, okay, well, you better get out of here, because things are getting pretty dicey. So you start running, this time you're fine, you've had a little rest, and you get to the last town of this section. And you're hiding out in the barn, and, like, Nanami thinks the zombies are out to get you. She rushes out there, and it's just Flick. And Flick, like, he's like, I could have killed you. You'd be careful rushing out of a building like that.
Yeah, really.
So you walk out, and you see Nanami and Flick and Shu, the strategist. And he's like, I don't know what you're doing, but we've been looking for you, and you need to come back because, like, shit's going down, like, in the chaos.
We find out that Ridley,
the doggy commander dude,
he was taken out by the zombies.
Yeah, this is, like, one of the ways that he can get killed, and he's, like, just dead. And then she was just, like, tired of your bullshit, so he, like, just slaps you and is like, look, I'm tired of you lords and all this bullshit, but we need you, so either come with us or get out of my sight. And he just leaves. And Flick does too. And this is your last chance.
And Nanami is also, like, basically crying in the corner saying, I'm sorry I made you do this.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, quote-unquote her idea in the beginning.
Yeah.
So she's like, holy shit, what have I done?
Yeah. So at this point, you can go back and continue the main story. Ridley will be dead, and this will always, like, be a stain in your little story, but you can technically go back and continue the game. But if you really continue on this path, you can exit the town southbound, and Nanami will be like, okay, if we leave, this is it. There's no going back. And this is your, I guess, coward ending, I guess?
Yeah, I mean...
But it's also, like, the ending of, like...
peace.
Yeah, like, we're just kids. My sister's so scared, and she's under so much stress, and she's because of me and all this stuff. And it's like, I feel so bad because I fucking love Nanami, and, like, just throughout the whole game, she's always just tried to be positive and, like, but also, like, clearly all this war has, like, taken a toll on her. Like, why do we have to do this? We're just kids. We shouldn't be here. Let the adults take care of it. I'm scared, and I'm scared for you. I don't want to see you hurt.
Yeah, and it's, like, totally fair that, like, these maybe older but still teenagers just don't want to have to... There should be fucking adults that do this, but I guess because of the aspect of he's gonna ruin...
The true ruin, yeah.
Ooh, he was chosen, all this shit.
Well, and then, like, he's just been... Because he's been lucky in these fights, he's been able to inspire people, and because he's, I guess, the grandson of Genkaku, which was one of those city-state heroes, like... Yeah, it's just a lot that's been put on his shoulders, and Nanami's just like, oh god, why? And, like, I'm scared and all this stuff. And so it's like, part of me is like, I wanna just hug Nanami.
Yeah.
So, like, this is the ending where you hug Nanami. It's like, okay, Nanami, fine, let's just run away.
And it's like, the ending is, I mean, I guess because they've had so many cutscenes up until that point, you end with, like, basically a JPEG, if you will, just a still image of this really nice cottage in the mountains.
Yeah.
And, like, okay, you said you called it, like, the coward ending, but because
just for lack of a better word. I don't feel that's fair, but I guess kind of.
No, I know, but I'm just saying because of the ending image and the cottage and nice, I'm just thinking it's like, oh, the cottagecore ending.
It's the peace ending. Like, we ran away from this.
You just got to live your lives quietly.
But the striking thing about that image, too, especially in the PS1 version, like, there's no music. You run away... It fades to dark, then it fades to this beautiful, idyllic cottage in the woods, and it's so beautiful, and it's so quiet, and it's like, wow, I want to be there. But then you have to, like, think about why you are looking at this, and that it's peaceful, but, like, for you.
Yes.
And it's such, to me, when I played that back in the day, it was so heavy in a way. Like, just at what cost is this peaceful image?
Pretty much.
And I don't know, man, it does such a good job of, like, just making you think about that. And in the PS1 version, like, that's it. This is you get this picture. There's no music. There's no credits. But that's it. Like,
and back in the day, you had to shut down the game.
Yeah, you can't just press X to go forward or go back to the main menu or whatever. Like, this is your ending. This is what you chose. And, like, it makes the player, like, you can think about it and that's it. But, like, when you want to move on from your life or continue, you have to get up from your couch or your bed or whatever, turn off the console. Because that's the ending.
And it's also like, for them, they would essentially have to be hermits the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Because if they ever go back to civilization and people find out who they are, they're never going to let them live it down. Maybe. Or probably not.
I mean, Shu even said, like, whether he comes back or not, whether he comes with us or not, like, we still have to go forward. So, like, you ran away to this peaceful life. They are still basically going through everything. What happens to them during that, who knows? But yeah, that like, non-canon ending of Suikoden 2, I think, is one of the most...
hard-hitting.
Yeah, it's so powerful. It's so well done. with such a simple, just these simple 2D sprites that are so expressive, and this simple little JPEG at the end. I don't know, it's just so good. So that was definitely it was like showing you Luca Blight's fight and showing you this ending were like the two things I really want to show you about Suikoden 2.
Well, now we still have to figure out, or at least for me, I still need to figure out why Joey has to continue this war. Like, I don't think it's because of the zombies necessarily. That seems to be just a very small
a side
part.
Story. Even Necklord's like, oh, I don't care about the Highland. I want this for myself. So it's like, even though there is this other war going on, like, the other parts of the world still continue, and like other bad people are still doing bad stuff.
Yeah. And we took care of the Necklord.
Yeah, which was kind of surprising, because I went into that boss battle and like lost like 2 of my party members, and I'm like, oh god, I'm so screwed. But I guess my flick was so powerful, and he got like a rage buff on him from my true rune. He was able to just carry the fight, which is fitting, I guess, that flick, because anyone who's played Suikoden 1, like, it's fitting that Flick was able to like be the main character in that battle.
But it's funny because Victor's also supposed to be like the main character, because he's the one that has the sword.
Yeah.
And the sword does its part, and
Necklord is like Victor's final boss. This is his story in a way. Well, and like there's also Sierra, and like
Sierra, that's her name.
I forget the other guy's name. The Belmont stand-in, the vampire hunter.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big group effort. It's not just Victor with his, the sword that he had to find to fight Necklord, but also Marley? Something like that. The vampire hunter, and then Sierra, which is like...
Another vampire, I guess?
Yeah, because they're from like some other place, and like I guess Necklord stole one of the true runes, so she's like in charge, and like she's back to try to track it down. It's this whole complicated mess. But like... The Necklord fight is really cool because like it has its own music, which is rare in this game. I get the only other person that had his own music was Luca Blight. I don't know. It's just a really cool moment. I will say last thing about this too is like ignoring the bad ending. There is that one point in the game where like you have to make that decision where you're like where you meet Nanami at night and she's just like, let's run away, please. And then you tell her okay, but if you say no, I have to stay here.
She's like, I was just joking.
She says that, but like...
She turns away first.
She turns away. She says, oh, please. And I don't know. She says something. She turns around. And this is just these little sprites. But you can tell she turns around to hide her face and she just starts crying. Because it still hits her. And she's going to put on the big sister act of like, oh, I was just kidding. But like just that little moment where she turns around to like cry. Because she knows that she can't change things. That is also so fucking powerful.
Yeah, she's going through... I mean, everyone's going through, but yeah, this poor teenage girl is going through some serious mental health issues. She's going to need some serious therapy.
I fucking love Nanami so much.
She is a sweetie.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't think those counts as spoilers for Suikoden 2, but don't give us any more spoilers. I mean, I know what happens, but don't tell Deanna what happens. We're going to keep playing Suikoden 2. And I guess we'll finish it. It shouldn't... I think there's like 2 more major areas to take care of, 2 or 3 more major things to take care of, and then we'll be done. So, yeah, Suikoden 2 is great. And then after we finish that, maybe we'll play something else.
Yeah.
I think we're almost done with Persona 3 as well. It feels like we're pretty near the end of that.
I guess we'll see.
Ooh, I won't say who, but next time we play, I'm going to show you like some really big names have started to pop up in the Persona list.
Oh, okay.
Like, these are deities that everyone knows.
Oh.
Anyway, so, yeah. It's been fun. All right.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and...
Thanks for hanging with us in our dumb ramblings.
Yes. So, we'll catch you next week. We love you.
Take care. Be good to yourself and others.
Bye.
Bye-bye. bye.